What's up, YouTube? This is MathWiz97 and welcome to episode number 51 of my WWE 2K17 Universe Mode. We're back with another edition of Monday Night Raw, and we are coming to you from East Rutherford, New Jersey. And to open up this episode of Monday Night Raw, it is the COO of the WWE, Triple H. Triple H is coming out here tonight to address the recent controversy surrounding the Raw General Manager, or should I say, the former Raw General Manager, Paul Heyman. Because on the last episode of SmackDown, Paul Heyman, well, we saw him accompanying Brock Lesnar to the ring, announcing that he had resigned from his position as the Raw General Manager. Triple H out here tonight to, I guess, shed some light on this situation. Give us some sort of an answer as to, well, who's going to be the next Raw General Manager? Who is going to fill Paul Heyman's shoes? But I mean, of course, just Triple H, he can never really make an entrance without, you know, going all out with it. I mean, he's even got his signature water bottle with him. I mean, do we really need to do this? Hunter, I get that he's a performer. He's you know, he's a former WWE superstar, a legend. But I mean, come on now. Do we really need the whole theatrics? I mean, really? Okay, yeah, this is vintage Triple H for you. But you know, I'm just gonna stop there. I'd like to keep my job if I can. So I'll just let that matter slide. But Triple H, he's out here tonight. He's going to address Paul Heyman's... Well, that is interesting, though, because Paul Heyman has been the Raw General Manager for, well over a year and a half now. And, you know, even the SmackDown General Manager, Lita, hasn't been there for quite a year yet. Paul Heyman, he really was one of the mainstays here on Raw. And now he's gone over to SmackDown. He's back to just managing Brock Lesnar, so will be interesting to see who can fill Heyman's shoes. Does Triple H already have somebody in mind, or was he in the dark as much as the rest of us on this situation? I guess that's what we're about to find out. Triple H has got a mic in hand, so we're gonna kick it over to the game and see what his response to this is. Well, Triple H, he's not gonna get to his first order of business. Not yet, at least. Because somebody has a bone to pick with the game, and that is, of course, this man, Seth Rollins. Of course, it was last week here on Monday Night Raw to kick off the show. Seth Rollins came down to the ring, and Rollins, well, he was very upset, very livid that he was not included in the #1 contenders matchups that took place 2 weeks ago for Cesaro's World Heavyweight Championship. Rollins wanted to be included in that title match. He wanted it to be made a fatal four-way, but instead he had a match with Kalisto. And now tonight he's getting straight in the face of the game. And not mincing any words is Seth Rollins. He knows what he wants. Triple H knows what he wants. But is Seth going to get it? That's the question. Although Seth, of course, leave it to Seth Rollins with his ego to, you know, blow things at least a tad out of proportion. I mean, that is a fair point. Seth Rollins did lose to Kalisto last week, and what many are considering an upset victory on the part of Kalisto. I mean, Triple H, he's not wrong. I mean, Rollins did lose, and now he's asking for a world title shot. That is a bit backwards. Well, it seems as though Seth Rollins, we've got ourselves a main event tonight. Seth Rollins is going to have to take on Randy Orton and AJ Styles, the two current #1 contenders, in a handicap match. And if Seth can win that match, the world title match at Extreme Rules will be transformed into a fatal 4-way. As we now move on to our first matchup of the evening, we've got tag team action. As you see, the Usos standing in the ring, currently waiting for their opponents, Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. Of course, Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy, the last time we saw them was when they assisted Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania in the 60-minute Iron Man match. Of course, the Revival came down to the ring, blindsiding Dean Ambrose during the bout. And after they had laid him out with a shatter machine, it seemed as though it was going to turn into a 3-on-1 handicap situation. But Blake and Murphy rushed the ring. They came to Dean Ambrose's aid. And I don't know if it was so much about helping Dean Ambrose so much as it was about screwing over Seth Rollins and just getting the Revival out of there. It was at the Roadblock pay-per-view that Blake and Murphy were defeated by the Revival. I mean, really, the Revival just served as replacements for Blake and Murphy. Seth Rollins, of course, he replaced the Big Show with Baron Corbin as a part of Team Rollins. Then he eventually exiled Blake and Murphy. So Seth Rollins definitely does not have the greatest track record here on Monday Night Raw. I mean, he's had allies in the past, but he's screwed them over, so I don't know. We recently saw the suspension of Baron Corbin at WrestleMania, and knowing Seth Rollins, I'm sure that Seth Rollins is not going to be too pleased with Baron Corbin when Corbin returns from his suspension. Wait a minute, look at, straight out of the gate, Jey Uso assaulting Wesley Blake, not even giving, I mean, the bell just barely rung, but a bit of aggressiveness here on the part of the Usos. Of course, the Usos were defeated by the Dudley Boys in tag team competition just a little while back. Transition to Monday Night Raw is not, well, so far has not been so good for the Usos. And after really fading into irrelevancy on SmackDown, the Usos really, they don't have much time to try to improve themselves here on Raw, to improve their standing. They need a victory in a matchup like this tonight. But Blake and Murphy, I mean, they have had a shot at the tag team titles in the past, back at the Royal Rumble. And of course, it was because they lost that matchup that Seth Rollins did cast them aside in favor of the Revival. As there's a nice snap suplex by Jey Uso. Gonna go for the pin 1, but not a 2 as Blake with a quick kick out. But I'd still have to say that Blake and Murphy could be viable contenders for the tag team titles down the road. This would be a massive victory for the Usos tonight if they could defeat Blake and Murphy. But so far, it's pretty back and forth. Blake and Murphy and the Usos standing toe-to-toe right now. Currently, it is Wesley Blake who's got the upper hand. And it seems as though he's looking to increase his control, try to make a tag to Buddy Murphy. But Jey Uso able to counter, and now, just like that, the roles have reversed as Jey tags in Jimmy. And Wesley Blake's in a bit of trouble. The Usos lining him up for some alley-oos. The assisted Samoan drop. Jimmy gonna go for the pin. 1, 2. But no, Wesley Blake able to kick out. Jey Uso able to provide enough of, and now look at this. Look at Jey Uso. I mean, come on, referee. Get him out of here. This usually is not the type of tactics we see out of the Usos, but tonight, you know, that is a bit of their desperation shining through as a diving headbutt from Jimmy Uso. He's going to hook the leg on Wesley Blake. 1, 2, but a kick out by Blake. He's still able to survive. Because that was a bit of an underhanded trick, and a bit of a dirty tactic by the Usos, as now the referee gets knocked over. Well, this referee needs to, I mean, we know that the referee's health plan doesn't include vision, but look at this, tag team action. Nice combination there by Jimmy and Jey. As look at that, almost in stereo, the two men jumping over the top rope. That just shows, you know, how much these two men are on the same page. As they're practically acting in sync here. As Blake tries to stumble back to his feet, But he might not want to because here, no, he missed. I was about to say, here's Jey Uso with the diving reverse elbow, but Blake was able to dodge it in a massive European uppercut by Wesley Blake. Usos have done a fairly good job at isolating Wesley Blake in this matchup so far, but Blake continues to power through with these European uppercuts. And now the tag. The tag has been made to Buddy Murphy, and they're lining him up for that assisted wheelbarrow codebreaker. And that is a devastating move. Blake and Murphy have used that in the past to decimate their opponents. Have they scored the win with that? 2, 3, yes they have, just like that. How quickly the tide can turn in a matchup like this. Blake and Murphy pick up the victory over the Usos off of that wheelbarrow codebreaker. And I gotta say, it's because of devastating moves like that Blake and Murphy could find themselves back in the title hunt in the near future. As these two men, I mean, just look at this. They are on fire right now. Wait a minute, here comes the revival. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder from behind, just blindsiding Blake and Murphy, and it seems as though this rivalry is far from over. Let's just look at this. Dash and Dawson just pummeling Blake and Murphy. And now we move on to some women's action. And this is an interesting matchup because earlier today, Alicia Fox had some very choice comments for her opponent tonight. In fact, Alicia Fox, she called out the women's champion, Asuka. She said, I want a match with the women's champion. I want to show her, well, I'm going to make an example out of her. That's to quote Alicia Fox directly, she said, not only am I going to make an example out of Asuka, not only am I going to win this matchup, but I'm going to humiliate the women's champion. Very bold claims by Alicia Fox tonight. We'll have to see if she can live up to them. But a win over the women's champion tonight would certainly do wonders for the career of Alicia Fox. But that's gonna be easier said than done. I almost wonder if Alicia Fox has bitten off more than she could chew here tonight. Because from what we've seen of the women's champion so far, she is not someone to take lightly. And I fear that is exactly what Alicia Fox has done. As there you see the women's championship around her waist. This is the Japanese sensation hailing from Osaka, Japan. The Empress, Asuka. And I mean, so far, no one really has been able to stand up to Asuka. I mean, you take her match with Eva Marie a couple of weeks back on Main Event, just ended in mere seconds. Asuka truly has been unstoppable. She, of course, bulldozed her way through the Queen of the Ring tournament, taking out both of the Bella Twins, Sasha Banks, and of course at WrestleMania, she won the triple threat matchup between herself, Sasha, and Natalya. And that is what gained her that women's championship, the first women's champion of the new era. And by the looks of it, that title's not going anywhere anytime soon. Asuka, she has made statements out of her opponents in the past. And although Alicia Fox tonight is looking to make a statement out of Asuka, things might end up going the other way around. As the referee rings the bell. And Alicia Fox, I mean, there's her arrogance. Alicia Fox, she is no stranger to disrespecting her opponents. I mean, she's a bit of a crazy one. You might not want to say that to her. Oh, Jesus! Well, I was about to say you might not want to say that to her face. But after that kick, you know, now might be the time. I don't know if she'll be conscious enough to understand what you're saying. As Asuka certainly rattled her with that kick to the face, now a couple to the midsection. And just like that, this is the overwhelming dominance of Asuka. Oh, no, she went for the roundhouse kick to the skull, but Fox was able to dodge it. A sly maneuver there by Fox is now off the ropes, went for a clothesline, but Asuka countered. And you see Fox holding her knee. It was a very awkward landing on the outside. As now, look at Asuka. Asuka with a running hip attack to the outside off the apron. And Alicia Fox, really, I mean, this matchup is all but over already. Asuka has just dominated as she takes her down with a Saito suplex on the outside. And now Asuka's going to toss her into the ring. Referee up to a count of 4, but Asuka's going to make it back into the ring. Not even close to a count of 10. As that might have been the only way Fox could hope to win this matchup tonight, was by a countout. But that doesn't seem like she's going to get another... It doesn't seem like she's going to get another opportunity at that. Not when Asuka's in control like this. As the women's champion sends Alicia Fox off the ropes. Now looking to take her back down to the canvas with a German suplex. We talk about Asuka's strikes, but what about her overwhelming power? Alicia Fox just has not been able to answer any of this. And a massive drop kick once again just levels Alicia Fox. And now Asuka, oh, Alicia Fox, a swing and a miss, and now Asuka has got her in a cross arm breaker. Is Alicia Fox gonna submit? Has Asuka put her away with this armbar? Fox just can't quite get to those ropes, but Asuka breaks the hold. Perhaps she thought a rope break was, or perhaps she had something else in mind. Perhaps she truly is looking to make an example out of Alicia Fox, saying, hey, if you want to step up to me like that, if you want to try to call me out, try to humiliate me, this is what's going to happen to you. And Alicia Fox quickly submits to the Asuka lock. And that was just pure carnage. A one-sided massacre, once again, by Asuka. And at this rate, it doesn't seem as though anyone is going to be able to topple the Empress. Tomorrow night on SmackDown, we're going to find the #1 contender. Will it be Charlotte or will it be Emma? But at the end of the day, it might be a moot point. Because Asuka, getting a victory over her is easier said than done. We saw that on firm display here tonight, and we may just see it again at Extreme Rules. Earlier today, I received an announcement that Curtis Axel has refused to cash in his rematch clause for the United States Championship at Extreme Rules. When asked for a comment on the matter, Curtis Axel said, "If Baron Corbin doesn't want to fight me for the United States title, I guess I'll ascend to his level and make him see me as a threat." As a result of this, a new #1 contender for Adrian Neville's United States Championship will be crowned in the main event of next week's episode of Monday Night Raw. This is a very curious development from Curtis Axel, to say the least, so it'll be interesting to see not only how this impacts the United States Championship scene, but also how it will impact the Outcasts moving forward. As now we move on to our main event. He's here, it is the architect behind the Shield, Seth Rollins. And of course, Seth Rollins, well, we saw him at the top of the show, getting directly in Triple H's face. He wanted a world title shot, well, he's got an opportunity to earn it. But to earn that opportunity, Triple H he's really gonna make him run the gauntlet here tonight. Because tonight, Seth Rollins, in this main event matchup, he has to take on not one, but two skilled competitors. The current two #1 contenders for Cesaro's World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins, he's gonna go face to face with the phenomenal AJ Styles and the Viper, Randy Orton, in a handicap match. And it's up next. Seth Rollins, he's looking as ready as he'll ever be. But I don't know if you can ever truly prepare for the numbers game. I mean, Seth Rollins, he claims that he is 10 times better than both AJ Styles and Randy Orton combined. But, I guess that's really going to be put to the test here tonight. We know that AJ Styles and Randy Orton don't exactly get along. But in this matchup against Seth Rollins tonight, perhaps with an incentive like that, knowing that, well, there's a couple of incentives for these two men. Obviously, the knowledge that if Seth Rollins wins this matchup, the world title matchup at Extreme Rules will be expanded to a fatal 4-way. that will decrease the odds of winning from a 33% chance to a 25% chance. But as well as that, it also would be a bit of a shot to their confidence as well. If Seth Rollins could come in here and back up his claims after making such a bold statement to just discredit AJ Styles and Randy Orton. Seth Rollins, if he comes in here and wins this matchup, well, how exactly is that going to make Styles and Orton look? Rollins claims to be 10 times better than both of them combined. And if Rollins could get a victory to back that up, I mean, that would definitely take just about any momentum away from Styles and Orton. So tonight, for their sake, they're going to have to put their differences aside. But that's, you know, we talk about things being easier said than done. That's another one. Because we know that at the Roadblock pay-per-view, Randy Orton and AJ Styles squared off. Well, I mean, it goes back even earlier than that. When AJ Styles eliminated Randy Orton from the Royal Rumble match, Orton, I think he got perhaps a bit jealous of Styles' quick rise to the top here on Monday Night Raw, so he ambushed AJ Styles, which led to a match at Roadblock, which Orton won. He defeated Styles, but at WrestleMania, it was AJ Styles who got the last laugh, nailing Randy Orton with the Styles Clash to score the win in that tag team matchup for Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. That, of course, led to the implosion of Evolution 2 weeks ago when Randy Orton punted Batista in the skull to become one of 2 #1 contenders for the world title. AJ Styles also had to square off with Samoa Joe, and it was, of course, Styles who defeated Joe. But tonight, these 2 challengers, their opportunity could be in jeopardy if Seth Rollins scores a win tonight. Because Seth Rollins, his ego perhaps may be bigger, maybe more sizable than his skill, but that isn't to take anything away from his abilities. Because Seth Rollins, I mean, let's face it, he has produced results here on Monday Night Raw. He's faced off for the world title once before in the past. He's defeated the Game Triple H. He has defeated Dean Ambrose on numerous occasions, once inside of a steel cage, once in a 60-minute Iron Man match. Seth Rollins, he's not a man to mess with. Just because his ego tends to get a bit out of control, tends to land him in hot water, Seth Rollins, he is perhaps one of the greatest superstars in the game today. But again, he's going up against another one of those top names. Not just one of them, but 2 of them, in AJ Styles and Randy Orton. You've got AJ Styles, who many are considering to be the future of Monday Night Raw, a future world champ in the making, and then you've got Randy Orton, a former world champion, perhaps one of the best superstars in the WWE in the last decade. As Seth Rollins, you see there, getting in the face of Randy Orton, and then taking down AJ Styles, going for the pin. 2, no, just a 1 count. Styles able to power out of that one. As Seth Rollins now going to whip him off the ropes, leapfrog over the top, and takes him down with a sleeper slam. The back of Styles' skull bouncing off the canvas, and now Seth Rollins just stomping a mud hole in the chest of AJ Styles. And now off the ropes, a massive enziguri straight to the side of Styles' head. He's going to go for the pin again. 2. But a kick out by Styles. Styles able to hang in there. So far, no tag has been made to Randy Orton. But that'll be interesting to see. How are Styles and Orton going to be able to cooperate? As, nope, counter by AJ. Is now off the top rope. Hurricanrana. Shoulders are down, legs are hooked. Styles. 1, 2. No, a kick out by Rollins. But AJ Styles, he has not gone for a tag just yet. He continues to fend off Seth Rollins on his own. And with Randy Orton's quick temper, I don't know how smart this might be by Styles. Maybe Styles should try to tag in Orton as soon as he can. I mean, he may have the upper hand at the moment, but how long will that last? There it is. I might have jinxed Styles on that one. That might be my fault. But wait a minute. Roll through into the super kick. That is vintage Seth Rollins. And now Rollins, what could he be thinking? Rollins, you can see he's getting fired up. And this could be the beginning of the end for AJ Styles, as Rollins drags him to the center of the ring. And he's going to go for the pin here. Referee out of position, and that is wasting valuable time. And Styles kicks out. That super kick may have dazed him, may have knocked his lights out, but too much time passed between the kick and the cover. As now off that springboard blockbuster. Is that going to do it? 2. No. A kick out again by Styles at 2. As all Randy can do right now is watch on as Seth Rollins sizes him up for that Falcon Arrow. And now Rollins, could he be looking to take a risk? As Rollins over on the apron, but no. Oh, Styles hung him out to dry. Off of that top rope, AJ Styles caught Rollins. And now Styles looking to bring the fight to him on the outside. Hurricanrana. Beautiful move by Styles. And now Styles throwing up a pose for the crowd. Styles gonna toss Rollins into the ring. You hear the crowd surprisingly actually chanting for Randy Orton. Perhaps the crowd wants to, the crowd might not like Seth, or might not like Randy Orton, but against a guy like Seth Rollins, maybe they're willing to compromise. But Styles has yet to tag Orton into this matchup, and again, perhaps he took too long. Right now, Rollins has the upper hand. Rollins looking for that springboard knee to the skull, and he connects. As Seth Rollins, that was a devastating knee. Styles is definitely on the back foot right now. Seth Rollins has got to use this chance to capitalize. As he goes for the scoop. No, wait, counter. Styles takes him down with a neck breaker. And this is a prime opportunity for Styles to make the tag. But Styles isn't going for the tag. And I guess, well, that just shows the grudge between these two men. I was wondering if they'd be able to work together. But it doesn't seem as though, well, it doesn't seem as though that's going to be an easy task, to say the least. Styles went for that German suplex, but he made a mistake. Rollins didn't even need to kick out. And now, Styles looking for the, no, countered. Rollins takes him down, and again, Styles blew his chance. If Styles had made the tag to Orton, perhaps we'd be in a different situation right now. But as it stands, Seth Rollins could be looking to put Styles away, as he's got him up on his shoulders for that running powerbomb. And the shoulders are down. 2. No, but Styles able to kick out. And now look at this. Randy's done. Randy has had enough. Randy Orton, it seems as though he doesn't care if Rollins wins this matchup. Randy is just fed up with AJ Styles. He's hightailing it out of here. And so much for that handicap matchup. I mean, Orton not even getting tagged into this matchup, so it really has just become a one-on-one matchup between Rollins and Styles. Randy Orton, he has left the arena. So Styles now is on his own, but perhaps Styles would prefer it that way. As now he doesn't even have to worry about Randy Orton, as now the shoulders are down. Schoolboy, 1, 2, 3, no. Rollins now bridging into the pin. 1, does he have him? 2, does he have him? 3, no. Styles, backslide. 1, 2, no, but what an exchange that was. Not enough to put Rollins away, but we had several near falls there. And now Styles looking for, well, whatever it was, he didn't get it. Rollins was able to reverse it. And now Seth Rollins to the middle rope. Seth Rollins looking to fly high once again. And gets him again with that second rope blockbuster. And now follows through with a standing moonsault. Picture perfect. As now Rollins scales to the top rope, looking to go high risk yet again. But he missed. He went to the well one too many times. And Styles made him pay for it. As there's a forearm to the face. And now Styles, hammerlock, got him up. Back suplex. dropping Rollins straight on that arm. And now AJ Styles full head of steam. Takes him down with Hurricanrana. AJ Styles is starting to heat up. Springboard moonsault. Beautifully executed. But Styles not going to go for the pin just yet. He knows it's going to take more than that to put away Seth Rollins. As now he's got him up on his shoulders, and this time he connects with the Ushigoroshi. Hook of the leg by Styles. 1, 2, 3, no! That neck breaker not enough to put Rollins away. But how close did he get? Styles, he's almost there. I think if he can just hit one more big shot, perhaps the phenomenal forearm. Is he sizing it up? No, Rollins looked to close the gap. Prevent Styles from going for that phenomenal forearm. But Rollins now, Styles has to improvise as he hooks the leg now off that frog splash. 2, but now a kick out. That sequence of events somehow lost me there, but I'm back now. And AJ Styles could be looking to put Rollins away as he drags him to the center of the ring, sizing him up for a powerbomb. And Rollins laid out in the center of the ring. AJ Styles has got him. Styles trying to rally the crowd behind him. Here he goes, springboard, 450, but he missed. He missed the 450 splash, and Rollins float over, caught the arm, and takes him face first into the canvas. What a sequence. 1, 2, no. Rollins, that sit-out face buster, not enough to put Styles away, but boy did he come close. And now Rollins, no, he's not gonna get it. Rollins may have been looking for God's last gift, but Styles blocked it. He had it well scouted, as now Styles drives the knee into the skull. Picking Rollins to his feet now. AJ Styles has got control, but he's got to try to capitalize as quickly as he can. As Seth Rollins dumped through the ropes. And here comes Styles. AJ Styles over the top rope. And a massive plancha there by Styles. This risk pays off in a big way. And this crowd is on fire. This might just be the shot of adrenaline that AJ Styles needs. As Rollins right now, he's in trouble. He could be on the brink of defeat as Styles up to the apron. Springboard elbow straight to the back of Seth Rollins. And now Styles gonna roll him over. Hooks the leg. Has he done enough? 1, 2, no. Try as he might, Styles just cannot put Seth Rollins away. And you have to think that Cesaro, the World Heavyweight Champion, is watching this matchup very closely, using it to scout out his opponents. As Rollins able to once again counter that fireman's carry neckbreaker. And now Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins sizing Styles up as Styles makes it to his feet. Seth Rollins trying to get him away from the ropes to take him down with the Skywalker. Legs are hooked, shoulders are down. 1, does he have him? 2, does he have him? 3, no. But Rollins not wasting any time. Rollins continuing to go on the attack. Rolls through with the schoolboy into another super kick. Has he knocked Styles out with that kick? He might have, but just in case. Seth Rollins looking to add a bit of insurance on top of this one with the frog splash. Beautiful combination. Hooks the leg on Styles. 2. No. Another failed attempt at victory. And how much longer is this matchup going to go on? Seth Rollins measuring Styles. Could he be looking for the pedigree? Yes. The boot to the midsection. The arms are hooked. Here we go. No, wait. Styles the counter. Styles with a massive clothesline. He just floored Seth Rollins. And this could be the opening. This could be the opening that Styles needs. As AJ Styles sizing up his man. Rollins stumbles to his feet. Here's Styles. Phenomenal forearm. But he didn't quite get all of it. In fact, Styles had a bit of an awkward landing himself. Hook of the leg on Rollins. 1, 2, 3, no. Styles did not get all of that phenomenal forearm, and it shows. what normally would put his opponents away. Seth Rollins was just barely able to survive. Styles, I think the only thing he's got left could be, well, this isn't what I was expecting, but a massive DDT. That might do it. I was thinking the Styles Clash. Oh wait, but here it comes. AJ Styles off that DDT now. Now that he's got Rollins dazed, he's got him rocked. Looking, no wait. Rollins able to counter. Able to stagger Styles with a couple of punches to the face. Styles now whipped into the corner. Seth Rollins has got him. Reverse STO into that second turnbuckle. And Styles, he might be out right now. Seth Rollins measuring him for the curb stomp. And that'll do it. Seth Rollins got all of that curb stomp. 1, 2, 3. What a match. What a performance by these two men. And I have to think, if Styles got all of that phenomenal forearm, if he had connected like he wanted to, I have no doubt in my mind that he would have won this matchup. But a bit of a minor miscalculation was enough to do him in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time. Keep on YouTubing.